Got the hatch jacked up in the air, and I think I found out why we almost died the other night. And I'm pretty sure it's because of this bushing right here. So as you can tell, that's completely torn apart, and this bracket is actually supposed to be straight up and down, like this one back over there. And this one's all bent back, and it's like almost falling off. So that's the bushing like to the control arm, I guess. So that needs to be replaced. And I'm hoping that's the only problem, but it was clunking really bad, so I'm not positive if that's the only thing. But I mean, that would make sense. And as you could tell, that was pretty beat up right there. And as far as the oil, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the valve cover off right now. And I just called like O'Reilly's near me, and it turns out these freaking valve cover gaskets are like 40 bucks. So I was like, screw that. So I'm just gonna pull this valve cover off and throw a whole bunch of gasket maker on there, and hopefully that seals it up. And another thing I need to do is, this is my old valve cover right here, and my catch can is filling up like crazy, like way more than it should. It has so much oil in there. And I think it's because I put one of the baffles right here, and that's right where these holes are at. So I think all the oil splashing up is just going into those holes and then into the catch can. So while I have that apart, I'm also going to get a little plate and just weld it on right there just to cover those up and hopefully prevent that catch can from filling up so fast. I don't know why these things are so hard to get off. It's so annoying. Just got the valve cover off, and I think it was leaking because I didn't clean any of this old gasket sealer off. So that was probably the main cause of it. I should have cleaned this off and then put a new layer on instead of just leaving it. I didn't think it would have mattered. So I'm just gonna clean all that off and then put a new layer on, and hopefully that should fix the leaking out of the valve cover. And these are the holes I was talking about right here. As you can see, they go straight to this baffle. So when all this oil's flinging up in here from the valves and all that pressure is building up, all this oil can just go right through these holes, and then all that pressure will shoot it out, and then it'll collect it in the catch can. So I'm gonna try to block this off with a little plate, and so the pressure can still get in there. It can go around all these edges. It still has plenty of places to escape, but I would like to block this off to keep all the oil from flying into that catch can. I got as much of the old gasket maker off as I could. There's still a couple little spots, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. And I already went ahead and cut out this little piece right here and scuffed this to get it ready to weld on there. That just fits right in there. I'm just gonna do like some little tacks all the way around it. Doesn't need to be all the way welded on, just enough to block it off. And like I said before, it'll still get plenty of airflow even though I'm blocking off these holes, because air can still travel through here. It can come in through the sides over here and all along this back right there. I was also thinking of maybe blocking it like that as well, but I'm just gonna try this for now to see if it helps. So I'll put that right there. I just cut this out with some shears and some thin sheet metal. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld this guy on right now. Alright, so I got this plate welded on. Kind of looks like shit up here. I was welding blind. My helmet only auto darkened for this one right there. Then all these other ones, these three others, I did completely just by guessing. I was just heating up and adding rod, because it was, the TIG welder was turned down so low that the helmet wouldn't even register anything. So my eyes hurt a little bit, but it's on there, shouldn't go anywhere. I hope it doesn't fall off, because that could mess some stuff up, but I'm not too worried about that. Not sure if that's even going to help a lot, but I guess I'll find out. So got that all taken care of. I'm just going to go ahead and throw some more gasket sealer on the valve cover and throw it back on the car. Just got the valve cover back on. It's all tightened down. Gonna give the gasket maker a minute to dry, but hopefully it doesn't leak around right here anymore like it was. I cleaned it off a little bit, so I'll be able to see if it's leaking from there once I start it back up. And real quick, I'm gonna go under the car and check the oil filter and the sandwich plate because I think some oil was building up around there as well, and I need to double check if it's leaking from that. Everything up here feels pretty tight, so I just went ahead and wiped it off with this paper towel, and I'm going to start the car up here in a second and just let it idle and double check and watch underneath the car for leaks, and if it does continue to leak, then I'll go back and look around and check over here again, because I cleaned off a lot of the spots where I think it might be leaking from. So if there's more oil where I just cleaned off, then it'll give me an idea where it's coming from. So while I was waiting for the gasket maker to dry, we thought we should take the MR2 out and do a burnout because we just hit 20,000 subscribers. So thank you guys, because that's awesome. And we actually just got back from doing that, and it kind of ended up in a fail. We got one decent little burnout at first, and then I went back and looked at the video and thought we need to do better than that, because like the wind was taking some of the smoke away, and right as it was starting to smoke good, I let out. And the second one, it did not spin the tires at all, and it just started roasting the clutch. And I mean, I gave it everything it had, and I roasted the clutch for a good few seconds. Thank you guys for 20K. A one-wheel wonder. That's clutch. Oh shit. That's a fail. That was all clutch. So yeah, as you just saw, that didn't end so well. And I mean, at least we tried, but MR2 with all that weight in the rear, engine in the back, it couldn't get the tires going with the power it had in that stock clutch. But at least the car's okay. We made it back fine, and it seems like it didn't hurt it too bad. But we tried, and I promise there will be better burnouts later on. It just sucks that my red car was down because I was going to do it in the hatch, but it just had to take a shit on me the other night. But they will come. Just you wait. So I let it warm up all the way, and I just let it run, and the whole time it only had 2 little tiny drips. You can barely see them on the camera because there's just so much oil everywhere. But it's just like that one right there, and then the one slightly behind it. And those are the only new puddles of oil. And I honestly just think those were just buildup from when it was previously leaking. And those were just kind of dripping off under the vibration and when it warmed up. So I'd have to actually take it for a drive to fully know if it's good. But I know right now it's definitely way better, because before I would start it up and it would leak so much, even in just maybe 10 seconds. I'm actually gonna walk out right here. I had it on the side of the road. So I had it right here the other night, and this happened, all this oil was probably from just 20 seconds of sitting out here. So it definitely got way better. And another thing I forgot to mention, I honestly think a whole lot of it was from the catch can as well. I do know it was leaking from here. I'm positive it was coming out from right there as well. But I mean, that was a lot of oil. And what I found out is my catch can, I didn't even know, but my catch can was completely full. So any more oil and vapor coming out of here, trying to get into the catch can, it was all the way full. And like there's still a puddle of oil where it was sitting. So I honestly think that it was just overfilling the catch can, especially once I got into boost. And I don't have a filter on the top of that catch can, so all that oil just spraying out under the pressure, and it's just getting it everywhere, and then that oil just leaks and drips all over the floor. So still not positive like I said, but I know the valve cover is way better now, and hopefully I'll put that catch can on, fix the bushing so I can drive it around again, and hopefully putting that plate covering the baffle that goes to this one right here helped from filling that catch can so fast. But yeah, now I just mainly got to wait on getting the bushing so I can drive it around, because it's bad. It clunks really bad. So I need to get that ordered and hopefully have the hatch running and driving again. So yeah, just a quick video. Thank you guys a lot for 20,000 subscribers. The channel's blowing up. I mean, we doubled our subscribers in the last week, which is amazing. So thank you guys a lot, and we'll try to keep the videos coming. I just can't wait till we get more into our projects, make more fun videos, because we're just trying to put out videos as much as we can, and I feel like they're getting a little less entertaining. But I like to keep you guys updated with everything that's going on, because I feel like I need to do that. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys.